Hello, everyone. Joy here at Joy's Tiny Home. I just thought I'd jump on here and say a little bit of something about how the new administration is going and how I feel about everything. And I do have to say, now, as far as Trump goes, I always did like Trump. Uh, just when he was a businessman, and he used to have his reality shows, and he'd go on there and he'd give people a chance in the business world, and if they ended up not doing a good job or whatever it was, he fired them. But he gave them chances. I love the fact that this man, of course, his father was wealthy, and his father gave him $1 million to start his own business and stuff out. But as many times as that man lost his money, he still was able to come out of it, pull out of it, and become wealthy again because he's a good businessman. And that's just like me all my life. I might not have been wealthy, but my nose is always itching as soon as I start a video. But whenever I would get down, I've been homeless. I've been in different situations that it looked like it was a very dangerous situation. And somehow, some way, I was always able to pull myself out because I used my critical thinking. Even though way back when I was very naive, I still had critical thinking going on to some extent. And and the last, I don't know how many years now, I've learned to live intentionally. And that in itself is a part of the whole name of the game, is to live intentionally. Trump lives intentionally, as does Elon Musk. I I admire Elon Musk even before any of this. I mean, somebody that can be that ingenious and to have all the different businesses that he's got, to be able to take the time. He uses his time wisely, but he still has fun with his family, with his children, and everything. We all have the same amount of time, and half of us don't use it correctly. And I have to say, I'm one of them, even though I live intentionally. And but and then of course they put along with Elon in office with alongside of Trump, and Trump has picked out his cabinet. No, there's no law that says that his cabinet has to be people that's out of the Republican side or out of the Democrat side, that they do not have to already have some kind of political office. No, there's nothing in there that says. In fact, here's the thing: I would love it if Trump would come around to different ones of us and talk to us. I would love it if he'd come along and say, "Hey, I want you, Joy, in my cabinet for this particular thing because I'm good at it. I like the way you think, so I know you do a good job over here." Oh, wouldn't that be awesome? And he could do that too because there's no law that says that you have to already be in politics to be chosen. He's allowed to pick his cabinet any which way he chooses. So he picked Elon to work on the finances because Elon is very wise in finances, as is Donald Trump. And then he picked Dr. Oz for the health um, I forget what the name of it was, and then of course JRK, JFK, whatever his name is. I said I don't follow it all that closely, but I follow it enough to sit and say, hmm, that just might work. And then he picked Barbara O'Neill along it with the health and the food and things like that, because Barbara O'Neill, I mean, they really give that woman a runaround, because not them, not the new administration, but uh, the different uh, people out there, I don't know, they're giving her a rough time because she has found a cure for diabetes and high blood pressure. And I mean, they've got, it's not it's not drugs. You don't take drugs. Yeah, all the drugs do is mask all that stuff. And I do believe that one of the things that Elon talked about was how to get rid of the diabetes once and for all. And here's the thing: the pharmaceuticals, is that what it is? Don't want people to be well, because then they'd be out of business. So, as far as I'm concerned, what I'm seeing going on is these people are going in, just like he said the first round trip, that he was going to drain the swamp. All right, now he's really full blown going in it. Now I'm finding out all this fraud that's been going on in the government, all the money that is being spent on stupidness and foolishness. I don't know if they run across this yet or not, but a while back, and I forget, oh, Rand Paul was talking about how the government is funding this program about the not a program, but a experiment and studies about what makes people fall in love. Who cares? People think they fall in love when in reality they really don't. It's all infatuation and lust and all that kind of stuff. Now, eventually, after they've lived, I mean, they go infatuation first, and then like, I mean, it's why do you have to do a study on it and have grants and stuff put towards stuff like that? So Elon has been going in there and cleaning out all unnecessary spending, that stupid spending, to different countries, to um, studies and experiments and stuff that don't need. Well, our money don't need to be spent that way. So I like Trump as a man. I like him as a businessman. So far that I can see, it seems like he's doing a good job as the leader of our country. He's a businessman. He's not a politician. I think that's where everybody made their mistake about setting up a government, that everybody has to be a politician. No, it takes a business person to run the country, because they have to do business with all the different countries. They have to do business back and forth between the states of the United States. You have to be a business person to be able to do those kind of things. And so I personally, between all of them, like I said the other day, it's going to take some time to get these changes implemented and in place. But so far, they have found the United States billions of dollars that's not going to be going out to all those places again. That has stopped. And what I really like is they're going to change the educational system. Now, from what I heard Elon say was he don't believe that a child should have to go to school for 12 years to be educated. And I always did feel that way. I mean, first of all, there's subjects that we don't need at all. Very little bit of history, as far as I'm concerned, because we've been told lies about history from the get go. I think that we should be learning about finances, our children, which we've already learned now since well, a lot of people haven't, but since I've grown up, I've learned about finances. I think they should be learning how to put home economics back into classes. Put because when I was in school, I learned how to do some cooking. I learned how to do some sewing, even a little bit of crocheting, which it was okay. I don't care for it, but and the boys got to do crafts, wood crafts, um, metalworking, and stuff like that. And I think there should be a little bit more added to that to let people see what it is that they're good at. I mean, I was always good at taking things apart and putting them back together again, believe it or not, and I'm a girl. So tell me about that. I would much rather have put take a lawnmower apart and put it back together than to make curtains or something like that. Now, I could make curtains. I could make some really nice curtains. I'm good at sewing and stuff like that. I mean, all that just seems to come natural to me. So why not get a child and start watching them and seeing what it is that they're already naturally good at, and work like that. So I think Elon Musk is on the right journey with that, with the educational system. And first of all, I personally don't think that people should be made to go to school, and if it should be a choice whether they want to go or not. And I think that's just like anything. If you tell somebody they have to do something, a lot of times they don't want to do it. But if they have a choice, well, here's what you're going to get to learn if you come to school. Here are, you're going to have fun. And already give them some college and school already. I mean, why would you, unless you want to be a doctor or a lawyer or something like that, give you all the stuff like I learned in my college classes that I could have learned in high school, and wouldn't have had to pay all that, have all that money that it took to go to college. So yes, I think they're doing a good job. And like I said, I don't follow everything. I don't watch everything because I haven't been watching much of YouTube lately. I do my videos and um, go in and work on what I need to work on them and stuff like that. And I'll watch a little bit, but I've been watching uh, the news and watching Trump sign the executive orders and um, listening to him talk and listening to Elon talk. And so I feel like that they've got some good people in Trump's cabinet now. And they're all, it's all business. No politics to it. That's what I like about it. And so I believe, like I said, it's going to take a little time because things don't happen overnight. And here's another thing. If if this is one nation under God, and if God, the Creator, is in charge, then if Trump wasn't supposed to be in there, Do you think the Creator would have allowed him in there? No. I believe that Trump is exactly where the Creator wants him to be. Just that plain and simple. And you guys can comment all you want. I mean, I'm not going to argue and fight with you. I'm going to let you do your comments. And that's fine. But this is where I stand on it. I'm not political. I'm business minded. Do things intentionally. Think and sit down and think about it before you do it, before you make any decisions. And go about your business, getting things done. There's no politics in my life whatsoever. It either is or it isn't. You either love where you're at or you don't. You either love the person you're with or you don't. And if you love them, you try, but if it don't work out, then you got to move on. That doesn't mean you don't love them. So let everybody just let Mr. Donald Trump do his job. Let Elon do his job, and let JFK, whatever his name is. I don't know if it's F or R or what, but and let Dr. Oz do his job. Let all the cabinet members that Trump has chosen. Let Barbara O'Neill work in FDA and all of that, and let them do their job. Because it's going to be fine. It's going to be great because the Creator allowed it to be. So, all of you folks out there that swear up and down that you're spiritual, you're religious, you're this, you're the Christian, you're whatever, then you got to know. If you know anything about the Creator at all, you know that if he hadn't wanted Trump in there, Trump wouldn't have been in there. That's how I look at it. So I know it's all going to be good. Going to be good to go. So, remember, a merry heart doeth good like medicine, and a broken spirit will dry up your bones. So don't let your spirit get broken. Laugh, have a lot of fun, live intentionally, and make wise decisions. Remember, you got 24 senses in your body that if you learn more about it, you'll be able to understand things that are going on around you. You'll understand the energy going on around you, and you can be more intuitive. Because we got to have our intuition intact in order to understand how to direct our life. If you believe you can, or if you believe you can't, you're right. But if you do believe you can, then whatever it is your dream is, move forward one step at a time and make things happen. So I'm going to go now. You all have a great day, and I'm signing off.